Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test.
All right, wow.
Welcome to Jurassic Park. Well, first of all, love the shirt. Very thematic. Love it. I got my hat.
Gremlins.
Got my hat. Nobody's watching. This is not a live one, so nobody's seeing it. But Dan's got a Gremlins
Gremlins. We're gonna see.
t-shirt.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you have that already? You ordered it.
I had it. I didn't really have it, but yeah, I had it. I just didn't. I didn't think it fit, and then all of a sudden, I guess I was like,
You're in
"Will you
good
try it
shape?
on?" No, I'm in terrible shape.
Oh. Well, I have the Rocky Beats Apollo.
Oh,
And my Marty McFly hat in homage to the town in which this movie that we're about to
unbelievable.
put to the test.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
it's the same set as Back to the Future, which
Manny.
was an awesome trivia question. Love
Yes.
it. Now I don't know which movie was shot first, and that's why I leave it to Danny Facts Boy for it.
Well,
So
let me just say welcome everybody to another episode of the Nostalgia Test podcast. I'm Dan Dissinger here in LA, and I'm here with my co-host and longtime friend Manny Coelho there in New York. I don't know why
Nueva York.
I totally blanked for a
you
second.
forgot
Here in New York.
Nueva
Manny,
York.
how are you doing?
What's going on? Yeah, this is kind of a doubleheader, I guess. If you're
Well,
listening to this now, we just did a live episode because it was fun. Try it out, first time doing it, and yeah, we're ready to go. We're also doing the classic movie.
Woo!
Is this a Christmas movie?
Okay, so here's the deal, everybody. We're doing Gremlins. First of all, this is a part of our holiday series. So everyone, happy holidays. Definitely,
Happy holidays.
you're out there.
Happy
Be safe.
holidays.
But I would say, yes, this is considered a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas. There's Christmas trees. There's Christmas decorations.
It wasn't released during Christmas though, or the Halloween. It was released in June.
Yeah, I don't know why it was released in June, but I would consider this a Christmas movie. But that's the thing. See, here's the problem. This movie, Gremlins, which I consider it after seeing it a Christmas movie, just like people are like,
No,
well,
it's definitely a Christmas movie.
yeah, well, that's the thing. When people go Die Hard's a Christmas movie, it's like Christmas for like 10 seconds. Gremlins is Christmas the whole time.
No, it's the whole time.
Yeah.
There's so much Christmas decorations. It just talks about Christmas. There's a freaking crazy story about why she doesn't like Christmas. This is a Christmas themed movie.
Yes.
There's Christmas. Can't even speak. I'm so crazed about this movie. There was so much in this movie. This movie
was
like, I would say that like
dude, I know,
Clowns
right?
from Outer Space was like, we're gonna make a Gremlins movie. And they just shit the bed on it. This movie is how a movie should be made that's in this genre.
Yeah.
Comedy, horror, fantasy, Christmas movie. Okay?
This
had it all.
Yeah. This movie
And
was if they
produced
had
by
money.
Steven Spielberg, one of the best producers of all times.
Yeah.
And the classic Easter egg dropping man. Okay, this guy knows how to put in homages to every movie he makes. He advertises for himself. He's the most self-indulgent director, producer out there.
What do you mean, Manny? That sign with the Indiana Jones character, like literally on it? Like, what the hell was that? Dude, I mean, truthfully, just a little facts, before we get moving. Gremlins is a 1984 American comedy horror film written by Chris Columbus and directed by Joe Dante. The story follows a young man who receives a strange creature called a mogwai as a pet, which then spawns other creatures who transform into small, destructive, evil monsters. It draws on legends of folkloric, mischievous creatures that cause malfunctions. Gremlins in the British Royal Air Force, going back to World War II. The film starred Zach Galligan and Phoebe Cates with Howie Mandel, which that blew my mind, providing the voice of Gizmo, the main Mogwai character. Steven Spielberg was the film's executive producer, with the film being produced by Michael Fennell and released by Warner Brothers. Now, that's as much as I could. There's a lot of other.
It wasn't Warner Brothers film.
It was
because
a Warner Brothers.
there was Warner Brothers dolls in the mall section when they're in the department store.
Oh, was
and
there?
and the gremlins like hiding, and
Yeah.
there's like Bugs Bunny and the one of the cats,
Yeah.
and in the middle was E.T.
Yes. Dude, this movie was a commercial for everything Warner Brothers, everything Steven Spielberg, and then Burger King.
Yes, Burger King was everywhere.
It's just like
It
Burger
was.
King.
There was Burger King was there. It was chock full of nostalgia. This was like
Dude,
Ready Player One before Ready Player One was even imagined.
plus the amount of money that they had for this film, think about it. Like, before I even look at the budget, I just want to say that they had to have had a ton of money because they play Snow White in the film. That's a Disney film. They play a ton of
Oh,
movies in the
did you
film.
notice that while Snow White is playing, there's a Mickey swaying back and forth?
No,
So all the
I didn't
Gremlins
see that.
ears are pointy, and then there's a Mickey ear going back and forth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, wait a
Dude, I'm
second.
telling you, chock full of nostalgia.
This movie was budgeted at $11 million in 1984. That's not a lot of money.
Yeah, wasn't Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like 8?
Something like that, right? It
And they,
made $212.9 million. This
wow.
movie is a gigantic hit. Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
and the director liked the second movie over this one. He didn't understand why this was a success. He had no idea.
The second one, I mean, without going too deeply into it, I feel like I've seen the second one more times than I've seen this one.
Yes. I
And
don't mind the second one.
no, it's funny. It's weird. It's just, it's more that neighbor. I like that neighbor. I
It's
wanted
kind
more of
of,
that neighbor.
yeah, the neighbor gets better in that one.
Oh God, he's so funny.
And I think it laughs at itself more in the second one.
Mm.
So you appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because it's truly a comedy. And it's truly a kids. They also wanted to make it like family friendly.
This
So,
was
like,
not family friendly. I don't care.
there
what
was a
anyone
part
wants
there
to say.
was though. When they're all going this shit, we're all over the place as usual.
Yeah.
When they're all like being like goofy gremlins, like they're not really like kind of mischievous. Like they're not like doing anything at some points. That to me was like some of those jokes are like teenage, like 13, like 17, like let's just act fools. Like, some of it was very silly. And you're just like, what the hell is this? But
some of it was
creepy as fuck.
downright
Now
fucked up.
let's we just went on our morning rant. This is our intro rant, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag intro rant. Let's rewind and go back. Okay.
This movie's rated PG.
Let's sit. No, yo, he says assholes one time. Corey.
This movie
is it Corey or
Corey Feldman?
Corey Feldman.
He's in this
movie. He
movie.
says assholes. How old is Billy?
Thank you. I literally said out loud when I was watching him, like, Billy has to be like 30.
Dude, Billy.
He's supposed to be like, what, 23? But even that.
But if you read the definition or the synopsis of this, it says a boy. A father buys a boy.
A boy. He buys a boy
gift.
a gift. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No.
He's not a boy. He looks like a 30-year-old man.
Yeah, he does.
And his friend's a dick. That guy from Beverly Hills Cop.
Judge Reinhold?
Oh my God.
Is that even his friend?
Well, they know each other from high school.
Yeah, he's like his nemesis. Kind
of.
But he doesn't come back. He's there and he goes, "Hey, I'm going to be the executive," and he vanishes.
He's gone.
Gone.
They should have. I wish they did like a scene where the Gremlins take care of him.
Yeah, I don't.
Because they basically take care of a lot of the assholes in this movie.
Oh, they do. Yeah, absolutely. But Billy is a 30-year-old man who is friends with a 12-year-old child.
Well, that kid hangs out in his room.
Yeah.
How old was he supposed to be? He's like a middle school fucking kid.
Yeah.
Okay. He's probably. I think they're probably portraying him as like, if he was Billy's friend, let's say. Right. Billy was just grabbed. Maybe let's say Billy's supposed to be 21. He's working at the bank. He's working with his way to like manager. He's going to be an architect in the next movie because he draws well. But
which is ridiculous because he was a comic strip writer and then all of a sudden he becomes an architect in part 2.
Dan, it's a movie about gremlins. Okay.
I
don't know where my point was going, but oh yeah, Corey. Like the fucking kid is like 13
Yeah,
in this movie. And
yeah.
he plays a lot. This guy got more than just an extra. He got
Oh,
like an assistant supporting role here. Guy had a lot of lines, had a lot of scenes.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
He's
think
one of
about
the
it.
ones that says asshole in the movie.
Goonies comes out a year after this. So Corey Feldman was in Goonies in 1985. So
Yeah.
he was in Gremlins in 1984. He was a year younger. That means like this 30-year-old man, Billy, is friends with this child, and he's allowed
First
to
of all,
hang out in his room.
can we say
What is
that
happening?
Billy gave the guy, the older guy in Gremlins, what's his name? The actor's name is Josh, I think. The guy who wears the cut off sweatshirt in Goonies, the older guy.
Oh yeah, Josh Brolin.
I think so. I think
Is
it's
he
Josh
in
Brolin.
Goonies?
I
Wow.
believe so.
All right. So I'll look that
So
up, but I believe it's
Billy's wearing his outfit, and they
Josh
wear this
Brolin.
same fucking sweatshirt, cut off sweatshirt outfit. Everybody just borrows everybody's wardrobe in the 80s, and they're just like, let's just reuse this. No one's gonna
Yeah,
remember.
put the
Fucking
sweater on.
same
Shut up.
town as
Yeah. What town is this? Oh, Back to the Future town? Yeah, fuck it. Let's just
like,
film
oh, it looks
Gremlins
like
here.
they saved the clock tower. Nope, that's not the clock tower. Yes, it is. The whole town is. The Christmas trees were right in front of the clock tower.
Totally was. And
Okay.
I at some point I also was like, is this the town where they filmed Groundhog's Day? I wrote these things
Oh, it
down.
might have.
I'm like, is this where they filmed Groundhog's Day? Then I wrote, is this where they filmed Gilmore Girls? Like, is this Stars Hollow? Then I'm like, is this where they filmed Back to the Future? I'm like staring at this town. And I'm just like, what is this? Like, they just like, oh, all right, next movie, throw it in there. Gremlins, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
just film it.
Well,
Glue,
yeah. I mean, they
glue the
just a
snow to
set, right?
everything. They glued
Yeah.
that snow to everything. That snow just like was glued to everything.
It was a great set though. That town, I love that they don't mention where it is.
No,
Like you know that the
Kingston
father goes
Falls.
to Chinatown, and you're assuming he's in New York.
So they are supposed to be upstate New York. I just looked it up.
They're supposed to be upstate New York.
That's supposed to be upstate New York. Yeah.
Got it.
Which, I mean,
All right.
okay.
So we haven't even talked about how absurd the beginning of this movie is.
Go ahead. Go.
Okay.
I'll shut up for a second.
So
I'm sorry.
First of all, I love the narrator. The father.
Ugh.
Love that it starts off this way because it's like a little creepy. Like it's like spooky, creepy, like Twilight Zone ish.
Like the witches.
Exactly like the
Yeah.
witches. I thought
Yeah.
about the witches the whole time, especially that fucking lady who comes in with the
Oh,
snow globe, Miss
God.
fucking bitch, whatever her name is.
Deagle.
Beagle, Kegel. I don't
Deagle.
even know her fucking name. Kegel.
Deagle.
Do some Kegel exercises.
Kegel.
So the guy follows a random kid. First of all, Rand Pelster is a sleazy salesman.
Dude, he
I'm
is
sorry,
the
Rand.
worst father. He's
You're
the
the
worst
worst
husband.
inventor.
Oh,
Horrible salesperson.
Yeah.
He just wants to sell. He didn't give a shit about that store. He
No.
wanted to sell cheap shit
Yeah.
to some place in Chinatown because he's basically saying in Chinatown they have cheap shit to sell.
First of all, can we talk about that Chinatown? When it opened, I was like, is this some stereotype of China? Because there was a scene, there was a two extras. One guy was in a sailor suit, and then he was like making out with some girl in like the alley. I was like, well, what is this?
So it seems like they were in Thailand.
I was like, is this the 1950s? I was like, well, what's happening here? And then when he said they were in Chinatown, I was like, okay. Then you said you're right. He follows a random kid who they borrowed the clothing from the kid from Temple of Doom.
Yeah, the hat, right?
Yeah,
The whole
everything.
clothing looks
Everything.
like the kid.
Spielberg was like, I have extra shit. Let's just throw it
Yeah.
on this kid, put a hat on him, and here we go.
Absolutely.
That's what happened. I hate
So-
this. I hate this dad.
So they go downstairs. The guy's smoking a pipe. Are you assuming he's smoking? This sounds fucked up that I'm saying it, but are you assuming that it's opium? Like, why is this guy smoking a pipe?
Well, I don't know what kind of shop.
You know who he reminded me of? The guy from Big Trouble Little China.
Oh, never saw it.
That movie is insane. That movie
I
is
heard.
with Kurt Russell. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
They're gonna reboot that apparently with The Rock. I don't want them to reboot it. That's such a great
Didn't we
movie.
say don't reboot things from the 80s?
No, you can't. Like, imagine rebooting this movie. It's not
You
possible.
can't do this movie. You cannot reboot this film. You can't. They would all be like fucking CGI'd and they'd be doing backflips and fucking. It would be
I know
horrible.
there. It was some of the scenes of the Gremlins was so bad. You're like, what the fuck is happening?
When they were
But
all
it was
walking
fun.
down the street in a group,
Yeah, that was like the worst when they were walking down the street.
I was like, "Is this Gumby?" Like it
Yeah,
looked like Gumby.
yeah. I mean, yeah, but back then that's how they had to do it.
Yeah.
So
So
I love it. They're
dad's
like
a piece of garbage.
the dad's like this. I love all your stuff, but there's one thing you don't have: the bathroom buddy. Fuck you and your bathroom buddy.
Oh,
That's
God.
the biggest thing. That thing. How did it fit in his pocket?
What is it?
It's a box of shit, Dan. Box of shit.
It's got. I'm not going to use that. I think it
It's
looks like
supposed to be the Swiss Army knife of toiletries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything's attached to this thing. How do you even shave holding the thing with this big block of shit on your thing? And the guy's just smoking his pipe like,
Look at this idiot. Yeah. He's like, I hate this guy.
yeah. And he goes, just in case you got the case of the dragon breath, and you hear like the chime
Thank
on
you.
the back.
Was there?
And
I was like, did they just play a
that-
gong for that?
Is that supposed to be like the
Yeah, I
like
know.
Asian version of the
I can't believe they did that. I was just like,
But then he corrects himself and he goes, bad breath. Like
Yeah.
he knew what he said was bad, but they still
Yeah.
kept this in this movie.
oh yeah. In editing, they were like, oh, we're gonna keep that 80-yard gong in there because
Yeah.
why not? We've already crossed the line in the first 10,
Yeah,
like
why not?
5 minutes of this film. Let's
This,
just
by
keep
the way,
going.
is probably the most expensive set in the film.
Holy shit,
Was
dude.
the Chinatown shop.
Yeah, and I love how the dad opens up. This dad's like, I got a story to tell you. Who's he talking to?
I don't know.
And really, I mean, not to jump all the way to the end of this movie, the dad was never there. How is he telling this story?
I don't know. Well, he can because he makes shit up. This is actually not. This is all made up.
It's all a dream.
He's actually still trying to sell fucking bathroom buddy at his inventors thing.
Yeah, he's telling like his like marriage therapist after his wife like was like, fuck you, I'm out of here.
Dude, this movie at the end too, like when the guy comes and picks up Gizmo, there's a message, man.
Oh,
Message.
oh, totally. Yeah.
Fucking this movie brings you to school. And you know what? We didn't learn shit in the 1980s.
No,
Okay.
no one was trying to learn anything in the 80s.
First of all, Mogwai, right? Now we have the cell phones. If some guy says to me, Mike, what the hell is this thing? First of all, I'll let you know. Gizmo, fuck that he's cute. He's not cute.
No.
If that animal showed up at your doorstep,
Dude,
if an animal is walking with 2 feet, not 4,
Yeah.
a 2-legged animal with that face,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, he's cute. Why? Because he has bigger eyes and they're spread out perfectly? No. Something's wrong, and you need to call the cops now.
He's an alien. He's
He's
alien.
a plague.
Yeah. No.
That came down.
On Wikipedia, according to Mogwai, right?
Yeah, you know what it means?
According to Chinese tradition, Mogwai are certain demons which often inflict harm on humans. They're said to reproduce sexually during mating seasons triggered by the oncoming rain. Supposedly, they take care to breed at these times because rain signifies rich and full times ahead. It then like continues this whole thing about like demons and all this stuff. It's horrible.
Yeah,
And they
dude,
took this thing.
the word
and they were like,
Mogwai means fucking demons, and he's like, oh, Mogwai, no, it's fine. The dad didn't want to look that up. He didn't want to freaking take out an encyclopedia that he probably sold at one point.
No, yeah, he tricks the kid into giving to him for $100.
200.
Oh, 200?
It ended up being 200.
Dude, why does he have $200?
The father?
Yeah, because he's not selling anything.
He borrowed money from the bank.
This guy is the worst.
He's a terrible father.
Yeah, no, he's a terrible father.
Dude, even the guy's like, Mogwai is too much responsibility. First of all, why does this guy have this Mogwai? What do they actually do?
Nothing.
What do they fucking do?
Nothing.
And you know what? I'm going to bring this up.
Do it.
It's midnight somewhere all the time.
Yeah.
So does the Mogwai know what time zone it is? That midnight would mean shit.
That's right.
There's really just one. There's
one.
never more. It's always Gizmo.
It's got to be one. Yeah. Is he immortal?
He might be.
He's got to be an immortal because, like, he must live forever.
And what? Because and it seems like when they multiply, they're all just like Goofy and the evil of Gizmo. Like Gizmo is just this like chill
That's right.
Mogwai, and the rest of them are like his like
Evil motherfucker
evilness
people.
of himself. So like Gizmo should take it upon himself and kill himself. You're not fucking cute, Gizmo.
Dude,
If you
I
came to
don't
my
care.
door, I'm running away from your ass. Okay.
Dude,
And
yeah.
that's not because I've
Oh my
seen the movie
God.
Gizmo. I mean, Gremlins. It's because you're not cute. Okay. Your
Well,
ears look weird. You're furry as shit. You
yeah.
can't you can't get wet. What are
Too
you
many
talking
rules.
about?
There's too many rules for this
Food is
pet.
wet.
Food is wet. Dude, imagine, we have had pets, and can you imagine the amount of rules? Like this type of rule. Like these are high stakes rules, but they never tell them what happens if it happens. Like they just go, don't get them wet, don't feed them after midnight, and don't, bright light can kill them. That's the only time they ever give
So
them like a consequence. They just have to
bright
say,
light, yeah, sunlight can kill him.
yeah,
So
they
he's like
don't
a
go,
vampire. Right there, if someone says to you, sunlight can kill this creature, you're like, oh, he's a vampire.
he's a
Oh,
vampire.
there's something wrong with him.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, is he nocturnal? No. He'll die in the
He'll die.
sun.
He'll melt into wax.
Yeah, he'll melt into garbage. But like that's the thing. They should have said this guy's question should have been like when he goes, "Don't get him wet." The dad should have been like, "Why not?"
Why not? So see, this is where it goes because the kid's a dick too, because the kid
Oh
wants
God.
$200 to pay bills, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they don't sell anything out of the store because there's no sign that tells you that they're there.
It's
Or,
yeah.
and
Plus
they didn't
the
have Let Go at the point or Offer Up at that point or Craigslist. Like they could have used all this, right?
Yeah. Plus,
Like Marty McFly needs to jump into his cart, go back to the future, come back with signs, come back with Offer Up, give this guy that, help him out, help this guy out so he doesn't have to give away this Mogwai to this Mike Tobacco basically.
exactly. Yeah, he gave him a Mike Tobacco from Killer Clowns. Like this is a total Killer Clowns situation.
Yeah.
I mean,
so here's the thing. So the kid didn't tell the grandfather. And the kid's just like, oh, here are the rules. See you later, right? The grandfather, I think, would have had more time to like explain.
Yeah, peace.
Grandfather was like, yo, this thing should be. Why isn't the grandfather killed this thing?
Dude, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why isn't this grandfather just going, the Mogwai is really, really dangerous. I should kill it. So no one ever messes
Sorry,
up.
Mogwai, but I'm gonna save the world by not having you released.
Yeah, having it's like every day. It's like playing Russian roulette every day. Right? If you can't get it wet, that thing has to stay in that box.
Does it stink? How do you wash it? Is dry clean only? What the hell is going on?
Exactly.
All I could think about, I was like, man, that thing's gonna stink. Does it even go to the bathroom? I didn't see it.
I don't know. It doesn't go to the bathroom. I don't know. You're right. I don't know.
How do you? What is it? A gizmo?
I thought it was just an alien.
It's an alien.
That's what I thought.
No, it didn't come from this earth.
No, and no one in this film has ever seen a movie, so they do all the wrong things. But what's funny is like after he gets this thing and blah blah blah, you have then the opening to the film finally, and you meet Billy.
Billy, 30-year-old man who's acting as a 21-year-old. First of all, no. You first meet the sheriff in town, who is just as an asshole as the sheriff in Killer Clowns.
Dude, all police officers in these movies are terrible, and they all get drunk.
Steven Spielberg doesn't like police officers, but like, dude, he comes in and this guy's looking for a deal for a Christmas tree, while this other guy, he's just making fun of this guy not selling that many Christmas trees.
Yeah,
right away he's picking on this guy.
Well, that's not good business.
No,
Corey
can't give away things for free.
Dressed up like a Christmas tree.
Flanagan's uncle. You don't get rich giving away things for free.
No.
Right away, we meet Billy trying to turn his car on.
Dude.
It starts it off right there. He's going to have problems with his car throughout this movie.
Yeah. And his car always has all that snow on it.
Yes. There's no such thing as snow brushes.
Yeah, no one has a snow
in
brush.
This town.
It's like glued to his car.
It is. It's like spray painted to his car.
Like, brush it off with your
It doesn't
sleeve.
snow like that anymore.
No, even if you got it started, you can't drive like that. Brush it off with your sleeve. And his neighbor, that
Dude,
neighbor.
love his dog though.
Oh,
His
that
dog
dog.
always following him around.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is the type of town where like your dog just runs around, obviously, I guess, and comes to work with you at the bank.
At the bank, comes to work.
Why?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, there's no reason.
No,
This
he
dog.
doesn't have to go there. His mom's home. The
Yeah.
dog doesn't need to go home. Go with Billy.
No, his mom's home navigating the death trap that is her house because her husband is literally trying to kill her with all these
Yes,
contraptions.
definitely. First of all, the neighbor, amazing.
Oh my God, this guy.
This guy loves American-made things. Only wants to talk about American-made things. He
Oh
was
my
in
God.
World War II.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
hates everything else.
Hates everybody.
This movie is advertising only by US brand. Like
Yeah.
that's what he's like. He just constantly like, Detroit. What's wrong with Detroit? I was like,
Yeah.
yes, this is like Roadhouse. Like,
Yeah.
What's the matter with, you
Yeah.
want to get something from Detroit? Oh,
Yeah, but now all he'd be able to buy is like WeatherTech stuff and My
Yeah.
Pillow.
yeah.
So he'd have to be like, oh, damn it.
I love he's trying to make fun of like an Asian thing, like obviously,
Oh, God.
but like it's a Volkswagen.
Yeah, it's a Volkswagen. That's not from me.
Maybe that's why I hate it though, because in World War II, didn't we fight the Germans?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, this guy had PTSD, post-traumatic
Yeah.
stress
And he
disorder.
drives
obviously.
a tractor.
Yeah, while drunk all the time.
What is happening in this? Like, the town is like has a population of like 50.
Yeah, you know what I do like the score. Without the score, this town isn't as great. There's so much. The score does so much to this, and like you know what? The movie that's playing at the movie theater at the time, even though all of a sudden it's Snow White later on, it's A Boy's Life. Watch the skies.
Yeah.
That's the original title to E.T.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Dude, what is up with Spielberg? Like, he
He
sit
loves
at
to
home
bring-
and he's just like, dude, I'm just gonna put all my shit in this movie.
Because Spielberg wants to live in a movie world that his movies exist in that as well. Not that the world exists in it, that they've seen his movies also.
That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. Out of nowhere, a dinosaur comes in. Like, it's just like.
Yeah. I mean, Jurassic Park wasn't made yet.
Right.
So I'm sure.
My bad.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just thinking in Jurassic Park, like, where are the Easter eggs in there?
Yeah,
There's probably a lot.
Oh my God, dude. So.
All right. So he gets to the bank. We understand the net, and then we get introduced to like this really mean rich lady.
Oh, dude, this is one of the funniest scenes, in my opinion, though, when that woman is trying to beg her not to like foreclose on their house or something to move with the two kids.
Oh my God.
And then she makes fun of her. I forget what she says to her, but then
Dude, she says some fucked up shit.
But then when she goes to the bank, the kids go to their mom, "Mommy, I'm hungry." And she goes, "So am I." And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, this is I was like, oh my God. I was just like,
she calls her a hippie or something like that.
He calls her something. It was just so amazing. But that woman is an asshole. Oh, Mrs.
She's
Deagle.
terrible. She reminds me of like the witch.
Yes, she was definitely a wicked witch.
She calls her a deadbeat. That's what she does.
This woman is not a deadbeat. She's trying to not lose her house. She's like, deadbeat. And then she's like, all I want is money. I just want to make money. But then she goes into the bank and she doesn't want money anymore. She wants the guy's dog, like Billy's dog.
She wants to kill him, man.
Yeah. So she's given up on money for murder. She's like, all right, the one thing I will trade in, I don't want money for, was when I want to kill stuff. So that is definitely before money. And she wants to kill his dog.
Yeah.
She's total terrible. Wizard of Oz.
I want your dog.
Yeah. It's total Wizard of Oz.
The dog's like, yeah, give him to me. As if you're going to give up your dog. She goes, I want your dog, give him to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Here you go.
Oh, here. Oh no. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oops.
He's like, I'll catch the beast myself. Like, she's an evil person. Oh. She belongs in witches.
She should have been in Witches. Yeah,
Maybe
absolutely.
she is a witch.
She might be
All
a
these
witch.
movies are connected, Dan.
Probably everything's connected in the 80s.
Yeah. And then
But what is Phoebe Cates wearing? She comes.
what the
She looks like
hell is that?
she looks
In
like
a
she's
bank.
Amish. I was like, where is she coming from? What is this? What is this?
This is a bank, not a pet store.
Yeah, it's like there's one dog in here and no one cares. It's in a. First of all, he put it in a cabinet.
It's crazy.
The
No,
dog.
this town is weird. It
Yeah.
reminds me of the bank in like It's a Wonderful Life, which comes up also.
Again, how did they get the rights to play "It's a Wonderful Life" on TV inside
Dude,
the movie?
Steven Spielberg has many friends.
He's got to have that man. He's got to have friends because, like, I even thought I was like, wow, that woman is like Mr. Potter from "It's a Wonderful Life."
Yeah.
Like, I was like, Jesus,
Yeah.
she's Scrooge. She's Mr. Potter. And that town looks like It's a Wonderful Life as well. It looks like Bedford Falls.
Yeah, when Billy was running to work, I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is like when he's running through the town
Yeah, I was
in
just like,
Wonderful Life.
what is? I'm like, wow. I'm like, this is so weird that they packed all of these references into this one film, which then had
Yes.
murder aliens in it, killing everybody.
So I guess that's the whole point. It's a joke. Like, this movie is really fucking cheesy. Okay.
Super
I don't even know. I'll grading wise, like A plus to my C minus movies that I love.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know what I'm not sure what I want to rate this, but storytelling wise,
yeah,
amazing.
great. Yeah, and it doesn't let up. As soon as it starts, it's like boom, we're out.
No,
We're out
all the
gate.
shots are perfect. Like, this movie is shot to be a fantastic horror film.
Yeah.
/ classic.
Yeah, it actually has all of the really great horror film shots in it. The weird music when like something like really scary is gonna happen and all that stuff. Like all that stuff is in there. Plus like a Disneyified type of monster that's really hilarious to laugh at.
Yeah.
It's all there.
No, it's all there.
They wrapped it up, but
They get you in all the feels.
see, but they
all of them.
See, but they definitely messed up because it was in 1984. There was no PG-13 rating, so this was rated PG. So this movie actually created the PG-13 rating because Steven Spielberg then said, "Okay, well then we have to make an extra rating then," and he pitched the PG-13 rating to the film. Whatever.
Well, I think this definitely deserved the PG-13 because there was,
yeah.
The
mom goes from.
I don't know if I would show this to like my 5-year-old nephew.
Oh hell no! No.
My 10-year-old maybe.
Yeah. Depending. There had to be a conversation though that these things are not real because they look fucking creepy as shit.
Dude,
oh man,
man. So the inventions, of course, we get into the whole thing of like each invention is ready to kill everybody in that household.
The mom is cutting all those onions when he comes home. There's like a pile of onions. And then she goes, "Oh, can you crack the eggs?" And Billy goes over to the egg cracker and he has this face like,
here we go. He looks so disappointed in his father. And he's like, "Oh, we have to pretend that he's just trying." How's the dad afford this house?
Thank you.
Sell anything.
I was gonna ask the same question because I'm like, the mom she doesn't look like she has a job. It's not like she's like ever saying, "Oh, I had to go to work today" or whatever. She's home.
No, but she's a badass.
Oh well, she goes from 0 to fucking Terminator.
Dude, she like the scene when she's attacking all of them.
Oh my god!
I thought I was watching Aliens.
Dude, when she stabbed that one to death.
Oh my god!
I was like,
she's a psycho. She knows to use that knife, man. She probably thinks that that's what she's gonna do to her husband when he gets home.
Exactly. She's like,
that fucking machine gets to her again.
Fucking orange juice machine.
Yeah.
Which, off of one orange, exploded everywhere in that other scene.
Yeah. How old is Billy?
Dude, I'm saying, he looks like he's 30 to me. I look at him, I'm like, come on. There's no way that he's 23. Judge Reinhold says he's 23, and then he's like, I'm 23, and I'm going to be the executive of this bank. And then he hits on Phoebe Cates' character. What's her name? What's her name in the movie? It doesn't matter. Wendy. I don't know why I want to say Wendy, but anyway, he hits on her by saying, "Come over to my apartment. I have cable." And I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
But
He's
in
like,
the
I got
'80s, that's
cable.
like a shot. I was like, I guess a sign of like status, cable.
Yeah. Dude, the dad's crazy.
Oh,
I'm watching it like in the background as we're doing this, as I normally do, like multitask this thing.
yeah,
Like, first of all, outfits are amazing. All wearing sweater vests all the time.
so many
Like
sweaters,
sweaters with like a collar tucked in,
so many
right?
sweaters.
And the dad is just a sleazeball. He's like, he should have a toothpick in his mouth when he's telling the story about like the rules and stuff. Like, oh, I forgot to tell you. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I just gave you the most responsibility a
yeah,
boy should ever have.
yeah. And obviously,
Right.
you have
And then the
zero.
dog's just there. Like this dog is chill.
Yeah,
This dog loves him so much that he's like, all right, this creepy weird thing is sitting in our apartment now.
yeah. But they're all kind of cool with this thing. Like the dad comes in, and the first thing the mom should say is like, "How much money did you make?" Instead, she's
Yes.
like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're
No, I
home."
spent
It's
two
like,
hundred dollars.
I spent $200 on an alien. And then he gives this box to the kid and he goes, "This is the funniest part." He goes, "Is it a bird cage?" And then he shakes it. So I'm like, even if it wasn't, why if it was a bird, you just killed that bird.
Yeah.
Like, what are you shaking it, Billy? Like, what are you
No.
doing?
First of all, a
Oh,
bird cage, what do you mean? You're just getting a bird cage? You went to Home Goods and picked up a fucking bird cage for you to put what in it? Do you have a bird? Because he didn't say, is it a bird cage with a bird?
he just
Or
said,
you
"Is
would
it?"
just say you would just say like, is it a bird? No, he's like, is it a bird cage? Like
Yeah.
Billy was excited to get a fucking bird cage.
Dude, there's something wrong with Billy, and the fact that he got him this like alien with all these rules, the guy does not have any sense of responsibility. This is a pet for Judge Reinhold. Give him the Mogwai. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, obviously he has his shit together. He knows he has his own apartment, and he would have had the sense to be like, take this back.
Bro, the first like in a second, he fucking hurts the Mogwai,
Yeah,
cuts him in the top of the head. How are you gonna bandage him up all of a sudden now?
dude, he
Gizmo gets
blinds him.
this. Gizmo gets hurt all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
He's a
He's like,
helpless person,
He's like, "Oh,
not person,
what's
alien.
its name? It's Mogwai. That's not the name, you fucking dope. Like the kid told you it's a Mogwai." And like,
It's yeah, they call him Mogwai. First of all, you know there's encyclopedias in this house, Dan.
yeah.
I'm looking up what a Mogwai is. If that thing shows up,
Dude, that thing popped out of the box. I would
yo,
have been like,
I mean,
"Oh!"
first
I
of all,
would
I
have
got a
hit it.
dog, Boston Terrier. Boom. How do I take care of Boston Terriers?
Yeah,
There's books on it.
dude.
There's,
Yeah.
I'd be like, Mogwai. There's only one in the world. Why?
Oh, historic. Oh, it wiped out a whole civilization in the 1800s. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And first of all, but Dad has a history of bringing and coming up with things that destroy this family. How are you not knowing that this was bad news right there? Like everything about this dad is
Bad.
he's like Mr. Magoo,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he's a
path of
monster.
destruction. All he just leaves it.
Yeah,
Like, oh, I'm done. See you later.
yeah.
You go deal with it now.
Exactly. Yeah, he's like, "All right, here's your pet, but here's a ton of shit that you shouldn't do to it. Bye."
Yeah.
It's like, what? So he gets blinded by the mom, then he gets blinded again and almost killed by the guy, the kid. He almost kills him
With
with
like
the
a
light.
bam $5 kind of thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he brings him into the worst place you could bring him, the bathroom.
Yeah.
There's,
Right
it's
next to the sink. You know
there's
how
water
freaking tired
everywhere.
how scared I was? I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I know they did it on purpose. So they're just
Yeah,
like, here's the joke.
yeah,
Here's the little suspense that
yeah,
we put him right next to the sink.
yeah.
We're bandaging him up.
Yeah. He bandaged him. He bandaged him like he got hit with like a cannonball. Obviously, at this point, Billy should have all the sense to go back to his dad and be like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm not ready for this.
No.
I'm living in the attic right now,
Which
and
looks like the Home Alone attic.
yeah,
Where he
why
has to
is
go out there to pee with Fuller and him
yeah,
sleep in the attic upstairs. That's
yeah,
the Home Alone attic.
yeah? Why doesn't he live in a bedroom on the second floor?
Because he's older.
Oh, so they're trying to get him out.
Is there a sister?
No, there's no other siblings, I believe.
So then why is he in the attic?
That's what I want to know. Maybe the parents are sleeping in separate bedrooms.
You never see the second floor.
No, you see the attic, you see the kitchen and the living room. That's it.
Is there a reason why we need to have his shirt off?
Okay. Can I just okay, thank you. Because Corey Feldman comes over and he takes his shirt off. You're a 30-year-old man. Do not take your shirt off.
And he's not 30. He's 22. Or he's 20 or 19. He
so
might even
much-
be 19 at the time.
Okay. Don't take your shirt off in front of Corey Feldman. Do not do that. He's a 12-year-old child or whatever he is. He didn't even get, this is before he met his friends from the Goonies and like they did their thing. So keep your shirt on. Why are you changing your shirt? I have no idea what he's doing.
I don't know.
But, this is what, I hate. This is the part where it bothers me the most. Corey Feldman comes there, sees this Mogwai, and it's just like, oh yeah, cool. Oh yeah, cool. I'm like, Billy, what is this shit?
Billy, what the fuck? You have an alien here.
Yeah. What is this? Can we maybe not have this near us?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
And then the kid, see, Corey fucks this all up. Well, first of all, the dad fucks it up by bringing this thing into the house. And then his friend comes along. They stand him right next to a jar of water because fucking Billy had to move him from the bed to the desk.
Yeah.
Water gets poured down on this.
Yeah.
On him. Gizmo has a shit fit.
Dude, he has a seizure.
And
they're both standing there. Like Corey Feldman and Billy are like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's wrong with him. The only reaction they have is like, it's so loud. Oh my God. It's just like, yeah, you just broke one of the 3 major rules. You shouldn't have been breaking. And now you're about to see what happens. And 4 fucking creatures are birthed from Gizmo. And these 2
in seconds.
They didn't just try to kill these things immediately.
Well, no, because now they're cute.
Oh,
they're still cute, even though they act a lot different than Gizmo right away.
Let me ask you a
question. They're more
aggressive.
Why are they more aggressive? How come Gizmo's not like this? Gizmo really doesn't do anything.
No, Gizmo does nothing.
Only provides the plague.
Yeah, exactly. Can I just ask you this question, Manny? If you saw that happen, what would you run? Or would you try to kill these things? What would you do to them? Because I was looking at it and they were just like, and Corey Feldman was like, oh, can I have one now? You have 5 of them.
And then goes back to looking at the comic.
He's just like, all right,
like, just chill. Like, oh, that just happened. Yeah. Like spontaneous birth.
Yeah. We just saw an alien have more aliens.
Just happened. And you're like, oh, let me go back to looking at this comic book. Like, what is more important and what is more exciting? This comic book that I'm looking at 3D glasses or this freaking alien that just literally multiplied in about a minute, and now there's other aliens of that, and you're aliens. Like, oh, now I can have one more, I guess. And like Billy's like, I'm not really sure, maybe not. Like, I'd be like, first of all, I don't really like killing creatures, even if they're aliens. So I'd be like, we need to bring this back to where you got this from because
there's more of them.
I'm freaking out because there's 5 of them now. And that's not normal. Like all of what I learned in high school, because Billy didn't go to college, right? Unless he did, because he might be 30. All I learned in high school with reproduction is that it normally takes 2 to make 1. I just poured water and there's 6 of them.
Yeah.
Fuck. What is happening? Science doesn't exist now.
His head should have exploded. Should have exploded.
No, and you're right. He should be terrified.
He should be packaging them up. He should have went to his dad. And he did go to his dad, like, hey, yeah, there's 5 of them now. Oh, and also they've destroyed all our gifts for Christmas because I don't care. I'm letting them loose. No one has any regard for anything.
Dad's still working on fucking inventions that don't work. Him and his fucking bathroom buddy, and he shows him that he added a shaver to the bathroom buddy.
Great, yeah. So you can kill yourself with it. But he then the dad
he was so happy about it when he
saw
happy.
It. He was
Dad used this. Oh, it's going to replace the dog.
Yeah. Oh, the Peltzer pet. It's just like, bro. 1, I would never buy anything called the Peltzer pet. 2, do you really need to make that much money that you're willing to just go, oh, this creature I've never seen before
And
has
the
all
best
these,
part is,
and we just poured water on it. Something that's
and
normal, water.
every kid in America is going to want a pet that has 3 major rules.
Yeah, here, Johnny. Don't get it wet.
Plus,
Don't feed it after midnight, and don't bring it into the sun. There'd be melted gizmos everywhere,
everywhere.
everywhere. And if
And
you gave it to a drunk person, 100% they're feeding it after midnight because they're
oh,
coming home drunk. They're making a sandwich and they're giving it like, oh shit.
oh shit. So, well, first of all, it's a bad idea because Pelser Pet would only need to, you only need one, and then the kid would figure out I can make more of these by myself. I don't have to go buy more pets.
Right. It's the
I'll just
yeah.
pour water on it. And then it'd be a very stinky place because
Oh.
you're not, again, how are you dry cleaning these things? And then it's funny, like they have them all like tucked away trying to be cute.
Oh my
Like,
god, dude.
they're like, oh, we're gonna act cute. Like these guys are mischievous before they're even the evil gremlin.
Dude,
Like, what would you consider them? Like grown up at that point? When they're fluffy, they're the young, like juvenile, and then like they get into the cocoon and have a change, and I guess grow from that. Oh, I'm watching the scene where he has this automatic hammer that scares the shit out of me. What is it?
Oh,
The jackhammer that he's making?
dude,
or the fly swatter?
Those things didn't need to be redone. Like the hammer was fine. Like you don't have to like invent a different hammer.
The coffee maker? How do you ruin the coffee maker?
First of all, why are you inventing a coffee maker? It's 1984. There are plenty of coffee makers. What is your coffee maker doing that the other coffee makers aren't? Making garbage. That's what it's
I
doing.
don't know, but you know what's awesome is that the people that made these, like, you know, that they're like, there was the set designers are like, let's try to make up like craziest shit that we've ever thought of and like just have it made.
Yeah.
Like randomly.
But then they're like, what do we need? One more thing. I guess a coffee maker that's broken.
Yeah.
It's just a broken coffee maker, Manny. It's not like it's just like, yeah, it's a coffee maker. It's just broken.
It's just broken. Everything's broken in that fucking house.
Dude,
Guys, the dad's brain is broken.
First of all, they try to kill the dog. These gremlins.
Right away.
That poor dog.
How are they not like?
Dog not bark.
Oh, why do you think? How do you think this happened? I don't know. The strangest. There's 6 things.
There's
That
6
seem to be a little crazy.
in the world.
They might have done it.
Yeah.
Oh, let me bring him to the science teacher that sucks in
Dude,
school.
Who is
And
this
let me
guy?
add more water. Billy is haphazardly going around with this mogwai, still hasn't figured out what mogwai means. The doctor, I mean, the science teacher should have been like, what'd you call this thing? Mogwai. Let's go look this up.
Let's go get the English teacher or another teacher or
Foreign language teacher.
Yeah.
Someone to be like, are you good at languages?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are you a history teacher? What's
Yeah.
going on here?
What does mogwai mean? Oh, demon. Oh,
Oh, okay,
demon?
good. Hold on,
Bro,
911.
you have a demon. Yeah. Well, 911 doesn't mean anything in this
Right.
town.
Oh, yeah.
Another homage from
Killer
Killer
Clowns,
Clowns. Even though Killer Clowns was after this, obviously you know that.
obviously.
But like, it is just funny because like,
Yeah.
it was Killer Clowns. You could see where they were trying to like
They
what
totally-
they were trying to do.
They totally stole
Yeah.
this fucking film.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So like,
Dude, Billy is a torturer. He brings Gizmo to the science teacher.
no,
and pours-
that wasn't Gizmo.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
And he made another one with him.
No.
Yes.
Oh really?
Yeah, dude.
I
He
thought it
brings-
was just another crazy one.
No. He brings Gizmo with him.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. And then he pours water on him again and makes another one of those things.
He's so bad. And then the doctor's like, let me keep one of them.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
The scientist isn't going like, holy shit, what just happened? We
Yeah.
can't have this.
No, don't take the other one home.
Yeah.
Go get the rest of them.
Yeah, these are
Bring them
locusts.
here. We have an incinerator downstairs, and I'll take care of it.
These are locusts. Like, we need to get rid of them.
Dude, the drunken man neighbor said it all. He's like, gremlins destroyed planes in World War II.
Yeah.
Fucking gremlins. They just
that's
didn't
a real-
call them Mogwai. Imagine somebody told him that they're called Mogwai. He would have been able to save the whole story. The movie would have ended. After
Yeah.
we went to the bar and he's over there drunk and he's about to get in his tractor because apparently he drives around his bulldozer around town, and nobody cares.
Dude, first of all, yeah, exactly. Oh God, that neighbor's racist. And so like when they
Really, Dan? Just got that.
no, it's but he's a
The neighbor hates
hilarious.
everybody. He's a freaking vet who like had to see some crazy shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He definitely like
In World War II, there was some fucking shit that he had to deal with.
they probably hopped him
Okay.
up on amphetamines, and of course they were like, "Oh, fuck! How did our plane go down?" It's like Gremlins, like, "Oh, you're right."
Gremlins. Yeah.
But yeah, the scientist stabs. Now, when he tries to take the blood sample from the other gizmo, I don't know what you call them,
Yeah, the
and the other one,
Mogwai.
that needle should have literally went through his arm.
Yes.
Like he stabbed him, like he was trying to he's like, "Oh, that didn't hurt," and of course it hurt. You're
Yeah.
not a doctor.
Yes.
Like you're a high school, if not middle school, science teacher. You're not a doctor. Why do you have needles? Why do you have any
I
of
don't
these
know.
things?
I don't know.
And why is he there at 2 a.m. in the school?
Again, he's a terrible teacher. He should have just said incinerator right away. Then we get the scene where he goes and picks up what's her name to walk her home.
Oh God, yeah.
And she brings up like people slitting their wrist on
Dude,
Christmas.
what was that? She's
Yeah,
like,
she's
well,
dark.
well,
She's the
everyone's-
dark side of this movie. Like there's like there's movies like comedy, happy, and sad.
Yeah.
She's the dark side. She's Debbie Downer of this movie.
She's like Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure out why when she's
Which-
telling that creepy fucking story.
Not a great time to monologue, but I mean,
No.
we'll get to
But
that.
amazing monologue. And shot perfectly.
But she says to him, while everyone's opening up their presents, they're opening up their wrists. It's like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, what? Dude, I'm just
Like,
trying to ask you on
when
a
shit
date.
gets real, I'm just walking you home. You
Yeah.
apparently don't have a father because he obviously we find out why. She gets walked home. Does she live by herself? Billy still living in an attic. What's going on?
Billy is way too lackadaisical for creating multiple monsters.
Hasn't even told her. Like,
No.
hey, by the way,
No.
do you want to go out? I make animals multiply.
And he asked her on a date. He's like, yeah, so we could square stuff away. What does that mean? Like, square what away? And everyone's racist in this movie because when she says she doesn't celebrate Christmas or whatever, he goes, what are you, Hindu or something? It's like,
Yeah,
all
what
right,
is that?
Billy, God,
What does it
damn.
even mean?
Like, Billy, like you were totally cool. Then you started creating monsters. Then you're now this statement. I don't know. We need to talk to you, Billy.
Yeah,
Something happened
no.
to you.
Gizmo, first of all, is Billy's favorite, obviously. So I don't blame these others for like being pissed off at Billy because Billy only pays attention to Gizmo. Gizmo
Yeah.
gets to sleep on the bed. They're in this fucking chest. They're
Yeah.
going nuts.
They're in
like
like
they're
a
on fucking
suitcase.
crack.
Yeah.
Okay. They're in a suitcase. And then they're like, Spike, the leader, who happens to probably is the exact opposite of that's like Gizmo's alter ego is Spike, which you have on your shirt.
Yep. Spike.
Fucking Spike, the leader.
Super metal.
Yeah, he is. I like Spike.
Yeah, he was smart.
Well,
He's a
the
genius.
scene where he gives him, he shuts off the clock. The scene where they're eating chicken is the grossest scene
Horrible.
ever
Horrible.
in this movie. That's why I'm saying they're not fucking cute, Dan.
No.
First of all, they have opposable thumbs
Yeah.
because they're eating it.
Yeah.
How are you not terrified of this thing?
Any creature with opposable thumbs, you need to be scared of because it's close to you at this point. So if it has thumbs, you know it's thinking, it's
and
plotting.
it can talk, and it says things. It has a language.
Yeah.
That means it's intelligent.
Yeah. Gizmo has been trying to tell Billy the whole time, stop doing this shit, but Billy can't speak the language. So of course Billy's like, oh, let's pour more water on it. Hey, did you see this?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Gizmo even says "uh-oh" at one point.
Yeah.
He warns them, like, "uh-oh," like they're not nice.
Yeah.
They're not nice.
So he's like, oh God, these white people just keep fucking things up. Stop pouring water on me.
Yeah.
Just stop
They're
it.
gonna eat, by the way. They're gonna eat. They won't stop eating. These guys want to become like, why is Gizmo the one that doesn't want to become evil?
I think it's like I don't know, man. It's like, the alter egos, like, Gizmo's good and he has evil in him, but he's not evil. So he doesn't become evil. He can spawn evil. I think that's just it.
Got it. There's a part where I'm watching where like Gizmo's falling asleep and he looks so gross when he's falling asleep. And they're watching Body Snatchers.
Oh my God, he looks
Another,
creeped out.
you know, yeah, he looks crazy. And then when he sees the cocoons, he's like, "Oh shit, it
Okay, yeah.
happened."
And Billy still not scared enough. He's not worried enough. He's just like, oh, I gotta go. You gonna
Yeah,
go where?
they just look gross. Like, why are you letting them stand still? Like that moment is when you go to the incinerator.
No, yeah,
Like
at that
those,
point.
that's the best moment because they're in their cocoon. That's like seeing locusts. Like when you see
Yeah.
them on the tree, like that's it. Get rid of them. That's it. There's you can't. They're not coming out.
No, no. This is when you invite your neighbor over and you're like, dude, do your thing.
You know that bulldozer you got? Let's crush these
You
things.
gotta like do something. Yeah, like if you wake up the next day and they're
Yeah,
cocoons, I think at that point you're like,
yeah,
okay, I've broken every rule. Time to bring these
yeah,
into the sunlight. Just put
yeah.
them in the
That's
sunlight.
it. Put them in the sunlight. Sunlight. Let
Get
them
rid of
get
them.
cooked.
It's over. But
Fucking,
would the
fried green
snow,
tomatoes style.
would the snow make them wet, and would they multiply again?
So it was funny you said that because I was like, when they said, don't get them wet, I'm like, well, snow's just gonna melt on them. Like, so as soon as they touch snow, but then it doesn't explain how they could drink beer and everything. So this
Again,
is
they
why it gets silly. This is why it
everyone
gets silly.
yeah,
This
everyone
just
was
gets
wet
silly.
in the bar. They were throwing drinks on each other. Phoebe Cates was still serving people, which is like, get the fuck out of there. You're
Yeah.
like the
You know
druggist.
what?
She's like the
Yeah. What
pharmacist in
was
Killer
that?
Clowns. It's like,
I was
why
gonna
are
get
you
to
in
that.
there?
Why is she still in there?
Oh, we'll get to that because I
Like,
have a lot of things to
yeah.
say about that. Oh my God,
Okay.
this
So
movie.
now so whatever. Even the teacher's not freaked out. He's like so excited that there's a cocoon.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah. He's
teacher's
like,
ecstatic
yeah,
about it.
let's cut it out of the cage
Yeah.
and put it
And
in a cardboard box.
the cardboard box. Then you got the scene where the mom answers the phone and the dad right away is like upset that she didn't like turn on the speakerphone.
Yeah,
And she's like, because it doesn't fucking work, you asshole. You
yeah.
know that in that scene when he's on the phone in the background is the time machine from a movie. And the next scene, the time machine's not there.
Shut up.
Yeah. I forget what movie it was from though. It's called I gotta look it up because I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like I found out that it was like another movie, like an homage to like it was a prop from a movie of like about time traveling, and that was the time
Wow.
traveler. Telling you, man,
Wow.
Steven Spielberg loves his Easter eggs.
Wow. That's crazy.
The robot
Wow.
from the robot that comes by and there is on the phone talking in
Yeah, was
another
that from
scene.
Star Wars?
No, that's from
Lost in Space.
yes.
Yeah, well, there it is. The time machine prop from the time machine from 1960 can be seen behind Randall Peltzer when he's on the
Yeah.
phone with his wife. So the prop from the 1960 film, The Time Machine, was there.
Yeah.
Also attending a convention were Steven Spielberg, Jerry Goldsmith, and Robbie the Robot. So Spielberg was in that scene as well.
Yes.
Dude, did you know that Tim Burton was supposed to direct this film?
Direct the film.
Oh
But
my God.
Steven Spielberg only showed his shorts and was saying that he probably couldn't do a full-length feature.
Oh God, imagine this was imagine.
Oh, this would have been a freaking Tim Burton
Oh my
like
God.
film of this.
That would
I
have
mean,
been
this was already
crazy.
great. It would have been insane with him.
Dude,
That would have been weird as shit.
that would
It
have
was
been
already weird.
insane. Oh
I don't think it would have been as kiddish.
no, it would have been creepy. That would have
Yeah.
been really creepy. Wow. I mean, as always, we're just all over the place, people. I mean, like, because this movie is just like, there's the characters are so weird because nothing surprises them. I mean,
No.
when the teacher is cutting, cut the thing out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, let's do it." Like that's he's too excited. He puts the thing in a cardboard box. He keeps it in the classroom while he holds class with children in the classroom.
Yeah. No,
And
they don't care.
no one cares about anybody or anyone's safety. Then when it hatches, all of the fog in the world. I mean, there was so much fog in this movie at one point that this movie became so foggy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And like all this fog is coming out of these cocoons. I mean, at that point, if you see fog coming out of the box, out of the cardboard box, dude, Do something. Don't just
Do
go,
something.
class is out. It's
Like
like, class
cancel
is
the
out.
class.
Yo, smash whatever in there. Do something. Like you're just like, "Brr, brr, brr, brr." And then of course what happens? He gets his ass killed
Yeah.
because he's an idiot.
Yeah. He's like, I got you a candy bar. It's like, no, this thing is gonna kill you because
Yeah.
you decided to take its blood.
First of all, Billy never told him the rules, so he should have never even had the food near the damn thing. So that's Billy's fault. That's on Billy. And then he, stupidly, tries to give it more food. Oh, here's a candy bar to an alien, to some creature you've never seen on this planet at all, ever.
Yeah.
Like, what did you think was gonna happen? You got killed, and then you got stabbed with a needle in the ass.
Yeah. Dude. The guy sucked, and I'm glad he got killed because he fucked shit up because he could have
Yeah,
saved everything
yeah,
again.
yeah, totally. I mean, totally. I mean, the other thing is Billy comes in there, and it's like everyone could just run into the school, and then
Well,
anyone could
first
run
of all,
into the
before
nurse's
that even
office.
happens, Billy goes back to work. Would you go back to work?
No, dude, no. I have 5 alien cocoons in my attic. I'm not going to fucking work at the bank and put my shift in. Like,
No.
what does he
Like,
do?
why didn't you come in today? Because there's 5 fucking weird shit things in my house.
Yeah,
This is an
life. Yeah,
emergency.
yeah, the
We have
world
a
doesn't
plague
matter
on our
anymore.
hands.
The
Plague.
world, the world doesn't make sense anymore. There's
No.
literally aliens in my attic. I'm not coming to work. I'm not counting out your $20 fucking withdrawal.
Yeah. And with Miss Beagle Eyes, whatever her
Oh
name is,
God,
that
Miss
shows
Beagle.
up all the time and cuts the line, and everyone's scared of her.
Why
She
is
the only
everyone
one that
afraid
makes
of this
money
old
there.
lady?
I don't know. I
I'm
don't know,
like,
but
get
I
the
do like
fuck
the
out of my
song
way.
that happens when they like hatch.
Oh, I was waiting for that
That's
music.
creepy as shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally. And I was like, here, and there's Gizmo. Why don't they just eat Gizmo?
I don't know. They like to torture him. I think without him, they can't continue to exist. Well, I guess they can.
No, that Spike jumps into the pool at the Y.
But I
They
know
don't.
that Spike does that. But I guess the idea, if you really think about it, if you always leave the good guy to live because you know that other people won't kill him, you'll
Uh-huh.
always have a chance to make more of you.
Okay.
Because if you die,
Mm-hmm.
it's still whatever. But he's the original.
Ah.
And no one would suspect him. No one wants to kill Gizmo.
No one wants to kill
He's too
Gizmo.
nice.
Bad idea. They should have
Where
killed him.
they'll still kill them and be like, all right, well, we'll be
Yeah.
dormant for like 100 years, and then another person will fuck up and get Gizmo wet.
Yeah.
So Gizmo's getting tortured as usual because
As usual.
he's defenseless
He's
for
useless.
some reason, even though they are him and he is them. Like,
Yeah.
how is he not able to figure them out?
He sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
The mom right away grabs a knife. She
Yeah.
is ready to go.
This is what's funny. Like,
Dude.
she's making the weirdest gingerbread men of all time. Like, they
Yeah.
look like trash. And then she hears some rustling around, and then, like, doesn't the Christmas music come on then? Like, do you hear what I hear? Right? Like, doesn't this,
Yes.
like, which is hilarious. I love this whole scene. This scene is magic. And what does she do? It's hilarious. Her first instinct is like, I'm gonna have to fucking kill something.
Yeah.
She just like grabs that knife, just like trying to go fucking like crazy on these people.
Yeah. The best is like she's walking up the stairs and it's all smoky, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, and the phone rings and she knows it's Billy for some reason. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, Billy, where are you? Are you here? Like, no,
There's one phone in the house.
there's only one phone. Like, he called you from there. Then he's like, they hatched, get out of there. She's like, fuck, I'm all the way up in the attic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she was ready.
Yeah. You don't mess with this mom.
No.
You don't mess with her. First kill.
Oh,
I don't know.
She was so happy too because you know that she was able to use all of her tools that her husband sucks at inventing, and she's like, I finally get to use them to kill things.
That's what it does.
That's what it does. It kills things. Those things were only made for this scene. So this is an homage to Hitchcock because the shadowing, the shadows. She's holding the knife, going like the score. She's slowly walking through the house.
Yeah.
Oh, It's awesome.
See, Spielberg does these things, and I know again he didn't direct it; he was just a producer. But you could tell there's a lot of Spielberg stuff on it. Where like, remember in Jaws, where like they're all on the boat and they're drunk on the boat and they're searching for Jaws, and it's literally like the worst night ever. But they're all singing like "Show me the way to go
Yeah.
home." So it's like this weird song that has no place in the movie. This is that moment where it's that Christmas music doesn't have, I mean, it's Christmas, yeah, but doesn't have a place in the scene. But it
No.
makes the scene like 1,000 times better. And this is also really great horror film shit. Like
Oh,
in
yeah.
horror films, that's what you do. You take a song that doesn't really belong in the scene, and then you create a horror scene with it. And that's it. That's what makes the scene. So when she like blends that fucking gremlin to death, I mean, that was amazing. I mean,
Oh, it was amazing.
but the best kill was when she stabs that other one to death. I mean,
Oh, I'm watching it right now, dude.
close up on that woman's face is like,
Her face is pure. I'm like, I'm scared of her.
yeah, no,
She was more terrifying than the gremlins.
oh, she was like
Like,
stabbing that thing.
oh, she should be the one that kills everybody, all of them,
Yeah,
throughout this whole thing. She would have killed Spike in seconds.
yeah, she Rambo'd the fuck out of this thing. And not only
Oh.
did she kill him, in my opinion, she was sitting there like, I wanted her character to start stabbing the gremlin and screaming and then going, "You and your bathroom buddy, I fucking hate you."
Yes.
And then Billy walks in and is like, "Mom, are you okay?"
Dude, she fucking takes him and puts him in the microwave and just
awesome.
Watches him explode.
Yeah, she was like making sure, she's like, "I'm gonna watch you melt and explode."
Yeah, she's just like, yes.
Yeah, she killed 3 of them
in this.
in no time.
Yeah, she gets tricked by the one in the tree, and she's almost gonna get killed.
And then
that was a weird scene.
Billy cuts its head off with a sword.
Oh, which that sword kept falling in every fucking scene that they slammed the door.
Such a
reminder. You knew the sword was going to be used.
We're using this sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great scene.
Yeah.
Billy finally did something.
I know.
But he doesn't do something right away. He walks in and he sees his mom wrestling with a Christmas tree.
No, and
he stands there for a second.
Yeah. Well, he slices off his head, and tell me the scene where like you're watching the head like melt.
And it's like, why is it screaming? Like it's like
Yeah, and then of course Spike.
Yeah.
You know, Strike or whatever, Spike.
Yeah, Spike. Stripe. Yeah,
Stripe. They call him Stripe
or Spike. I don't know what they call him. Well, anyway, he shows up and he jumps out the window. Because he knows,
and he's so happy about it.
Where the pool is.
Well, first of all, if he jumps in the snow, he's getting wet.
That's what I think. I think if he's just jumping in the snow, that's it. I mean, come on. I mean, and you know, you have Billy now trying to find this thing. He's walking around with a sword like he's Highlander.
First of all, the mom should have been like, Billy, I'm doing this. You suck.
Yeah, exactly.
I killed 3 of them in less than 5 minutes.
True. Yeah, he's like, Billy, you suck. Get the hell out of my way.
Yeah. No,
what does he do? He brings his mom, who has murdered 3 of these things, to the neighbor's house. Not the crazy racist neighbor, the neighbor on the other side or whatever, and puts her there. That's not safe.
No.
Like, you're like, here, old people, can you protect my mom?
Yeah, and doesn't even explain anything. And I love how like Stripe is like waiting for Billy to show up at the pool to show him that I'm gonna jump in the water.
Yeah.
And you did nothing.
Yeah.
And Gizmo's just like this. No, like you suck too, because you're not stopping this at all.
Yeah, Gizmo's like
Gizmo just watches. Gizmo just watches the destruction.
He has 0 elbows. He's just like hands, and he's just like, you know, he can't do anything. I mean, in Gremlins too, he does dress up like Rambo.
Yeah, he does. He does stuff, and he finally helps out.
Yeah, in this one, he does nothing. But like, my question is this: when he jumps in the pool, he's multiplying. Does that mean the other ones are also multiplying at the same time? I mean, there should have been like millions of these things.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what it was, right?
Right.
Now the question is like, do they just continue to multiply because they're getting soaking wet, or does the pool get saturated?
I don't know, because if I was Stripe or whatever, I would have been like, in my gremlin language, been like, all right, 2 of you just stay here. and just keep
Yeah, and
jumping
just
in the
keep
pool.
jumping in the pool.
Just keep doing this. Like, we don't all have to go out there and like, see what's up.
Yeah.
Stay here, jump in the pool. We're gonna need this later.
But that goes back to like what I'm saying is like they're just teenagers. They just want to get into like somewhat trouble.
Yeah.
Like they're not just in there to kill.
No,
Like
no,
they
no.
don't want to just kill. They want to eat, fuck up somebody's house,
Yeah.
watch movies, get drunk,
Yeah.
and eat. That's all they want to do.
Yeah.
And like if you get in the way of that, they'll kill you.
Yeah. They
don't
love
really want to do much of anything else.
No, they
Like,
love messing with electronics.
They love it.
They love it. They love to rewire stuff.
Yeah. They love to do that and just like mess with people.
Oh my
They
God.
just like fuck with it. And if you die in because of it, they don't really, I don't think their goal is to kill. Their goal is just to like fuck things up.
Yeah, yeah. They're just like they're just a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it. Yeah, they're aliens, and monsters, but they're just dickheads.
Yeah.
And like,
And then the next thing is like Billy goes to the cops, and the
Bad
cops
idea.
are just hammered.
again,
Like these is like the worst cops ever.
why is this a thing? Why is this a trope?
Are they trying to say like small town cops are just terrible?
They just get drunk. Like they just get drunk. It's like, why? They're not hiding it. There's a big
No.
bottle of liquor on like a counter, and like he's like, one cop is like, all right, I'll just pour a little bit in the coffee. It's like, why? You're already got the bottle out.
Yeah.
Just drink from it at this point.
I don't really get it.
And Billy's trying to
get it.
explain to them, like, yeah, if you get it wet, blah, blah. The cops are like, all right, like, what are you talking about? Yeah, all right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. And then the neighbor over there is like complaining that he's like, we should have gotten a Zenith. Like the TV's broken. I've never heard anyone go, we should have gotten a Zenith.
Yeah. And his wife is just like, la 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 la.
I love her. That
she's
woman
because
is
she's like so like
amazing.
basic. It's so great.
She's so funny. She's like, oh, Murray, everything's gonna be great. And he's like, we should have gotten a Zenith.
Amazing.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
And then he gets attacked by his bulldozer.
Unbelievable. He's like, it's Gremlins. They're Gremlins. The titular line. And then,
she's like, get the hell out of the way. And he's like, there's a real gremlin in my truck. Like he doesn't move out of the way. Like they had a chance to get the hell out of the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, they went right through the fucking house. That's what this movie just like, fuck it, we're doing it all. We're just going right through the house. I don't give a shit.
This is I would say the montage scene of where like they're just fucking around.
The fun and games.
This goes back to like, the fun and games. Let's prank this town. Now then you have this scene of them like being in the mailbox.
Okay.
And the priest is like, what time of night is it that they're doing this mail thing?
Okay, this mailbox scene, there was a little controversy watching this. Did the priest set up that other guy? Like, did the priest go, all right. I said no. I do not think that the priest set them up. But I don't know. I want to know what you think, because the priest says, go right ahead after trying to put his letter in, and then the letter gets thrown out. And then there's like a sound, the gremlin's making like a noise in there. Then the guy comes over, he's like, hey, Father, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, oh, you go right ahead. And then the guy, for some reason, puts his whole hand in the mailbox. And that was
the whole hand.
Who does that? So, yeah, I don't know. Do you think the priest set him up?
Oh, because the priest doesn't go to grab him to help him.
No, the priest does not help him.
No. Dude, the priest just looks at him and kind of smiles.
He kind of smiles. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, the director of this film said, and it's on IMDb, he said, I still have no idea why this picture was successful.
Yeah, he said that. That's why I'm saying he likes the second one better. He has no idea why people like this movie. I was like, dude, the storytelling's great. Right after he goes to the cops and Spike goes into the pool and causes like the multiplication of all of them, it's just so much fun. There's just like little sketch after sketch of like just stupidity, and I think it's fun. So I don't know why. I mean, it's cheesy as hell. It's campy, whatever you want to freaking call it, but it's great. Like,
where does Gremlins get the clothing to do the Christmas carols?
I was gonna say that. Like all of a sudden they have clothing that somebody sewed. And they're like, they just had it. Did they go to the store and pick up like doll clothing?
You know what I thought about? I thought they like met a bunch of Muppets somehow, and then they beat the shit out of the Muppets and took their clothes.
They should have.
Like,
You know that it was proposed that monkeys were going to wear the gremlin masks and play them at the bars and stuff,
that would
and
have been a
then
bad
they
idea.
said no because the monkeys got scared wearing the mask. I'm like,
That would have
they
been
actually thought about that?
that's a bad idea. Let's
Yeah,
put masks on monkeys.
yeah,
They really
yeah,
wanted to make Wizard of Oz. Like they literally wanted to make a Wizard of Oz.
yeah.
Like with the
Oh
flying
man,
monkeys.
she was about to throw water on the carolers too. The fucking
Oh
Miss
God, that's
whatever.
right, Miss Deagle.
She should
Dude,
have. That would have
she
been a cool scene.
I love when she was just like, they've come to get me. They've come to
Yeah.
get. I'm just like, dude, this woman really believes that she's evil and that she's going to hell and that these demons are come to get her now.
Oh, she knows. She's a witch. That's why. She knows.
I love when she goes on that fucking like chair.
Oh, in the
And
chair.
amazing. That was an amazing kill. I love that. I love that.
She says, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
She has a big house because that chair went around and around and around. I don't know how many flights of stairs it went up, but she
Well,
flew
she's the
right out.
richest like person in town.
She flew right out that
What's
window.
the
That was
what's the picture at the end that she hits? That's got to be some sort of thing.
oh, I don't know. There's too many things in this film. See, that's the thing. I think it's fun to have all these things in there, but it gets to a point where like you're trying to see everything and it just
Yeah.
becomes crazy.
The part when like the guy when he's like, "Oh, it's Dave Myers. He does Santa every year," and he's like, "What the hell is he doing now?" There's gremlins on him. What do you mean? What the hell is he doing now?
Dude, I'm
They're not even sure, and he's like, "Yo, roll up the window. Let's go back to the station."
yeah, yeah. That was the weirdest thing. When I was sitting there looking at it, I was like, dude, this guy's being like attacked by stuff. Do something. Like get
Yeah,
out of the car. I don't know. Like
they
shoot.
leave
No,
with the
no, no.
sirens on,
Yeah, well, let's get out of here. And then they flip over. I thought that car
and
was
then
gonna
they flip
explode.
over. Yeah,
Are they dead?
they're dead. But I love Corey. Corey's guy. He's got a slingshot.
Oh
He's
God.
he's uh he's gotten bulbs with a scissor.
Yeah, that would have killed him.
Yes, that scissor was not
No,
rubberized.
no, that was a metal scissor. He
It
would
was a
electrocute
metal.
himself.
First of all, that's a huge fucking scissor for a little kid to have in their house.
Yeah, because he's
Massive
12.
scissor. Yeah, and all of a sudden the cop car's brakes don't work. Oh, the
Oh,
gremlin was taking off the brakes while they were stopped.
oh,
They
that's
had that. They showed
right.
that. They
That's
showed
right.
that.
Okay. Dude, these gremlins do start murdering people. So everyone in this town, there are people in this town dying while this was going on. Like, so we
Yes.
can assume that just be like Deagle died, the teacher died, the cops are dead, this Santa guy is getting eaten alive or whatever. So if those 5 people are dying, 4 or 5 people died, that means way more people were murdered in this town Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and how come Rock and Ricky like survives? Because he
Yeah,
gets attacked,
he gets
but
attacked.
then
I
he's
thought he
at the end.
died. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
but then
like,
he's
yeah, we're
there at
doing
the
this.
end.
Like, how did they survive this? You probably could, if one of those things jumped on you, you could probably kill it.
I don't know, man. They
I mean,
look
yeah.
tough,
I mean, I'm looking at it.
leathery.
Yeah, I'm looking at it in an 80s perspective because of like the special effects are all practical, so it doesn't move around a lot. But if this was rebooted and it was CGI, you know that it would be like some sort of fucking ninja of like
Do
some sort of,
you know that thing would be moving fast? Like
yeah,
you wouldn't be able to keep up with it. Okay. So they murder a bunch of people. Dad's trying to call in, and he's also selling his fucking smokeless
which
ashtray.
I don't get that.
This dude's like putting out cigarettes on his desk.
Dude, did we get to the part where Phoebe Cates is serving them
Okay,
alcohol?
so hold on. This is the part. This is the part. Now we're at the bar.
The greatest scene.
This is where nothing makes sense in this movie and why this just becomes a silly part of the movie.
Yes.
First of all, they're all drinking, which means
They're wet.
they're wet.
Yeah.
Okay. That rule goes out the window now. You're not even seeing it. It's past midnight. It's
Yeah.
past midnight. They're all eating. Okay.
Yeah.
They're at the bar acting as humans. So now here's the joke, right? And I forgot about this scene, dude. I forgot. I thought this was Gremlins 2, where
That's
they
right.
all act in different characters. She's still serving them.
Yeah.
How did you just not leave?
Yeah.
You're that dedicated to your job that you're serving these killer aliens from outer space?
Yeah. This is literally that scene from Killer Clowns.
Yes.
Where the
Yes.
pharmacist is standing there while the clowns are just like, "Ugh, ugh," like just like knocking stuff off the shelf. Just run. Just get the hell
Yes.
out of there.
Yes.
But you're right. like they're eating after midnight. So does that mean if they eat after midnight again, do they cocoon again and turn
No,
into
because I think
something?
they've already cocooned.
Okay, so
They've already matured.
that rule
So
goes
that's
out the
only for the
window.
little baby. That's for
Okay.
Gizmo only.
Okay.
That's how I'm playing it.
So after they become killer aliens like this, there's only two rules then. No light and don't get them wet.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Or don't get Spike wet or
Yeah,
Stripe
yeah.
wet.
These other guys can get
Other
wet.
guys seem to be okay getting wet.
They're getting soaked
Right?
by beer.
So she's serving them. Then they
Weird.
have the one that flashes him in a
Ugh,
trench coat.
dude.
So there's the pop culture references are everywhere in this scene.
Yeah, she gets
There's
sexually assaulted.
She gets sexually assaulted. He's drinking beer and a belly comes from the beer belly.
Yeah.
Right. Then they're playing video games because they love electronics, like
The
you said.
Star Wars game.
Yeah. There's the scene of like the one dressed as a girl and they're playing poker, just like the dogs playing poker, like
That's right.
that whole like reference. Stripe shooting people, was shooting others just because.
I thought he was like, I thought that was like almost like Goodfellas, where like Pesci shoots
Yes.
Spider. And it was really funny because it's like, where did he get this gun?
The size of it too, this perfect size for him.
Perfect gremlin size.
Then you got one that's supposed to be blind, like Ray Charles.
That was so weird. I thought it was like a Miles Davis gremlin. I was like, is this
could have
like
been
Miles Davis? It's a jazz gremlin because they had to put like some weird reference like that. I don't know why to have like or a
and
poet
then the one with the
gremlin.
puppets.
Yeah.
And then there's another gremlin dressed as like she's a maniac with like
Dressed like Flashdance.
Flashdance. And they did a sequence.
Yeah.
There was a montage sequence.
Yeah.
And she danced. She breakdancing.
I know.
Went on. Picking nose. They just get crazy.
And
she's still trying to fucking serve them.
Yeah, she's still trying to be like, oh, yeah. Oh, you want another drink?
Telling you.
Dude, run.
Crazy.
Get out of there. And finally, she figures it out when she tries to light one of their cigarettes, which is like, yeah, that's cool. So you now need to light their cigarette. And they're like, ugh. It's like,
Yeah.
This is what I want to know, though. There are gremlins smoking.
Yes.
So how did this one?
I didn't ask.
How? Yeah,
I didn't ask. Again, this is ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. And then she starts to ban $5, all of them, right?
Yeah. People need to know, what is the ban $5?
Ban $5 is something that Dan and I used to do as a joke, where before cell phones were a thing, where cameras were attached to it.
Yeah.
You know, we took pictures like regular people on film, and we used to have Polaroids, and we made fun of the people that would be in the city that take pictures of you without asking, and they'd like take a picture with the Polaroid and then be like, hey, that'll be like $5. So then we started going around. Dan would go around at parties and not let anybody know he's going to do it, and fucking boom, flash a Polaroid in their face, giving you the worst face ever, the worst picture ever, and be like, bam, $5. Dude, I have probably 150 bam $5 pictures of us at parties.
Oh my God. I don't know what happened
in my mom's basement. There's a I think she said she was going to throw it away. I'm like, you can't. I got to bring those out.
I might have
faces that we made.
I don't know where the ones I took are. They might have gotten destroyed.
It's now banned like $20 for a fucking Polaroid.
Dude, it was so funny because when you say that story, the idea that I would carry a Polaroid camera around at a party is so weird.
Yeah, dude.
They're not small.
Dude, they're not small, and you have to have a couple of like
films.
But
we also did it with
like
the disposable cameras.
Too. Yeah, like we started to, but that was a tough one because then you like realized like you wasted so much money printing them. Well, you worked at the print shop, so I remember. Shout out to Matt.
Shout out
to Matt Altenberg. We were at the Snow House, and it was Matt's, and all of us. This is how stupid guys are.
Yeah.
Each one of us went into the bathroom and took pictures of our junk. So then Matt had no idea, and he paid like a lot of money to get this shit developed.
Why?
And like, there's like only 2 good pictures, and the rest is just junk. Like, I was like, why did we do that?
She's banned $5 all these gremlins.
Yeah.
She's able to get out of the bar, and guess who's there? Fucking Billy.
Billy is searching for her the whole time. This guy wants her really bad, and they're supposed to go on a date.
But searching where? He knows where she is.
At all times. He was
Yeah.
a stalker.
She has only 2 jobs, and there's only 2 things to do: go to the bank and go to this bar. That's it.
Yeah. And then that's when she gets into her monologue, which, by the
This
way, is
is
not the perfect time to start getting into this shit.
not a good time.
First of all, I'm going
Jesus.
to tell you something behind the scenes on this is
Go
that
ahead.
Steven didn't even like that this was in there. And a lot of the filmmakers or like writers and stuff said that this was too dark. But
Oh, that's too dark.
but one of the, I think it was the director, was like, I want to keep this in because this is really what the movie is. It's
Yeah.
light, funny, and dark.
Yeah.
Like,
You need
what a
to.
depressing fucking story about the father dressing up like
Dude.
Santa Claus, fucking slipping, breaking his neck, and going down the chimney. Now, pause this story. Sad story, but what the fuck were you thinking?
Dude.
And why are you not fitting down a chimney? How thin are you? Chimneys aren't that big. Unless this woman lives in a fucking mansion that has like a huge chimney.
So there's a dead body in a chimney.
For a while. She went to go turn it on and noticed the smell. She opened the flue.
Oh my God, bro.
First of all, the scene when she's telling the story,
that is dark.
Billy's looking at her terrified. The lighting with the candle. Oh,
amazing shot.
What a fucking scary scene.
Dude, people are being murdered outside. The town is being destroyed, and she tells this monologue.
Yep.
An unbelievable scene. And she's like, "That's why I don't like Christmas." Basically, I was like,
"Yeah,
wow."
Then we cut to. Well, so what
Billy
are they doing
doesn't
in
care.
the bank?
First of all, Billy doesn't care. She says that, and Billy's just like,
no, he's like looking at phones and stuff.
He's like, "Oh, okay, okay."
Yeah.
Well,
Billy doesn't care. Gizmo's still in this backpack.
So I just want to say one thing about that monologue. That the quote that she says, which is amazing, after she says that, she goes, "And that's how I found out there was no Santa Claus."
This is why it's not a kids movie, because you can't foil that.
No, because that's a little kid's gonna hear that and be like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
1, there's no Santa Claus, and 2, how long was that guy in the chimney? Jesus.
It was a long time.
The Gremlins, they're in the movie theater. Why? Don't know. How they know that's a movie theater? No idea.
Again, they love technology. And as much as they hate light, they like light. They love it.
It's like almost they like learn things through osmosis in some ways. Like they just absorb knowledge.
Yes. Like, how did they know all this like pop culture references?
Yeah, I know. Like they go and they're watching Snow White
and they love it.
They fucking love it.
They fucking love it.
Yeah, they love it.
Again, I'm telling you, they're children. They're teenagers. It's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Okay, so all aliens and evolved species love just children shit. I mean, we're talking about this.
Yeah, well,
we're evolved.
We have problems, but I mean, but I just want to say too, like, once they're watching Snow White, 1, they should have all been blinded by the camera light. 2, they should have, been freaked out by the light. 3, I don't know how much they can eat, but they just keep eating. I mean,
they keep eating. They're laughing. They're always high. They're all so happy.
Yeah, it's like they're
about the things that they're doing.
Yeah,
they're like cracked out all the time.
They're like on mushrooms.
Yeah,
running around like what's happening, and then it's like, and then Snow White comes on. They're like,
and they're so giggly. They're so giggly.
I love when they laugh like. I love when they do that. Like they just laugh. They're like,
oh man! And when like Hi Ho comes up, it's like Hi Ho. They're like mesmerized.
Like I'm like, oh my God, why do they know the song?
Exactly.
It's so weird. Like they've absorbed pop culture, they've absorbed technology, they've absorbed language, directions, because they know where things are.
They're like all speaking.
Yeah, they're geniuses.
They said from home to work we go.
Yeah, they're geniuses. These things are geniuses, and then Billy comes along. He is like, all right, we're gonna kill them all by like blowing up this movie theater.
He's like an expert boiler guy. He's like, where's the boiler? Like, and she's like, over here. Why does she know where the boiler is?
Yeah, has
she worked there as well?
She probably works there too. She doesn't do anything but work. Phoebe Cates' character doesn't do anything but work and avoid Judge Reinhold.
Yeah.
basically.
But like he knows where to go and how to set this thing off.
He knows exactly where the boiler is. He knows exactly what to do, where the pipe is that he needs to press as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, why does he know that? Yeah, if I was down there, I'd be like, I have no idea.
I don't know what to do.
No clue. No, none. I would
No
just try
idea.
to like do something else, like that would, I don't know, help them out, but or run away. Like a part of me was, especially in horror movies, I'm always like, first instinct, get my mom, put her in the car with the dog, get Phoebe Cates, and go. We're out of here, and go.
Yeah.
It's like
And
screw
like,
this town.
the sun's gonna go up. They're not gonna live unless where they I mean, I guess they hide when they know the sun's coming up.
Yeah, but then when they hide, they all have to hide somewhere. That's when you get them. Just wait till
Yeah.
morning. Just wait till morning with these things.
Yeah, because then at least when they run away from you, they're going to run into the sun.
Yeah, they have no clue what's happening. They like
It's not
just wait till
it's not
morning.
like they chose a town that has tunnels everywhere.
In fact, if you kept them in the bar and got them all drunk, then bang, that's it. Morning comes, open the door, open the windows, they're dead.
Yeah, this fucking movie's over.
Yeah, this movie would have been fine if you just waited till morning. And basically, they do to kill that last one. They blow up the movie theater, which that sucks. Now there's only one movie theater in this town, and you just
Oh, it's over.
destroyed it. It just
Yeah. Marty McFly is going to have to come and fix it.
Yeah, the best part though was like when they were running away from those gremlins, Billy takes a piece of wood and props it against the door, being like, "All
Oh,
right,
it's great.
that will hold them."
And I love how he's like, get out of the way. She's like, I can't get out of the way. I'm holding the fucking door closed because these weird things, like, for some reason, can't
Yeah.
open it
I
all of a
wonder
sudden.
if when she found out that Billy made them, she'd be like, "You made these goddamn things?"
No, she didn't. He did not say anything, by the
Yeah.
way, to her.
No
Hasn't helped her
responsibility.
out at all about what
None.
these things are. Like
No.
after she told him the most depressing story ever about her
Yeah.
father dying through a chimney, he said,
Yeah.
like, you know what? I could top that. You see what we're running away from? I fucking created it.
I created this.
And she's gonna go, by the way, this thing, yeah, we need to sacrifice it. Like Gizmo is like Terminator in Terminator 2,
Yeah,
where he's
yeah.
like, I have to put myself in the lava. Because if I don't kill myself, there will be more of myself.
Yeah, there should be a scene at the end of part 2 where like Gizmo's going into lava or like is like melting in the sun, and he like gives a thumbs up, and he's like,
yeah, no, that'd be perfect. Like
Billy.
Gizmo's like, leave me here, and he's like, no, but the sun's coming up, and he's like, has to be done.
Yeah,
and the sun is rising.
Yeah,
he dies a soldier's death,
a hero's death. Yeah,
a hero's death. That's it.
A Viking death. They put him kind of wrapped in it.
Gizmo's got to know that he's the cause of this.
He has to.
Even the Terminator knew.
Yeah.
Like, all right, it's time. If I don't do this, we're never going to save humanity. So now they blow up the thing. Spike, a Stripe, is still alive, of course, because he had to go get candy. And, again, fuck candy. He runs through the department store. I don't know why Billy can't go through the glass that's already broken. He has to break it again.
Is this a mall?
He calls it a department store. The crazy part is like they get in there and there's time to kiss. They added like the kiss. Like he's kissing her. I'm like, you didn't tell her yet. You didn't tell her you caused this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like right now he looks like the hero. Like, I'm saving you from all these things. She has no idea that like they caused this shit.
The most inopportune time to kiss her.
It always is, but this is like, you can't wait until after, like, you've done your job by killing Stripe and Gizmo. Gizmo should have ran into Stripe and fallen into the water and melted together.
Yeah, he should have done something like that because it was just bad news all around. But then as Billy is chasing Stripe through the store, Billy
Which is insane.
Ass kicked,
and she sucks at turning on lights.
Dude, how can you
Why she takes so long to turn on lights? First, she's dealing with a soundboard. Nothing about a soundboard turns on lights. Dude, the breaker box, it's like she's opening up the breakers as if it's like locked.
Why is the breaker box locked? It had a little lock on
understand.
it. It had a little lock on it.
Bro.
Who locks a breaker box?
Someone who's afraid for teenagers to shut them off.
Oh my God.
And why are the breakers off?
I don't know. If that's the only way to turn the lights on? So Billy doesn't just get his ass beat. He gets attacked. First of all, why the Gremlins are super strong. It's amazing. That gremlin throws a razor, like a blade from a saw, through a wall,
Through a
basically.
wall.
Billy
Through a wall.
has a baseball bat. The gremlin comes with a chainsaw. It would have went right through that chainsaw, right through the bat. I don't know why it was taking so long.
This is a very strong bat. And let me ask you, why is Gizmo running around in a freaking Barbie Corvette? At one point, Clown horns the dog. The dog, I don't know what the purpose of the dog is there for. And Gizmo takes so long to get to them.
Well, the dog's there because the dad finally comes home.
Yeah, but what's the point of the dog?
Nothing. The dog doesn't need to be there.
He's distracting Gizmo. Gizmo's taking forever. He's going to cruise. He's just cruising.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. He's not doing anything.
No, he's just running around like it's not that big of a place.
It just looks
Even
cute.
if it's the size of Home Depot. And what's his name gets a gun?
Dude,
Again?
Before that, he shoots Billy with a fucking bow and arrow.
Bow and
crossbow.
arrow.
He
to
shoots
his
him with a
arm.
crossbow.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
Billy gets hit with a
Billy's-
crossbow.
Billy's mom needed to be here during this scene.
Yeah. Billy's mom is at home with like the neighbors. Like she's the only one that could have killed these things.
Yeah. And Billy's arm is like in pain because he got a freaking bow and arrow stuck to it. You know how much pain that is? Like through the muscle?
Oh,
And he pulled
dude.
it out. He pulled it out. That
Was
means
he
that thing's
Rambo?
bleeding. That thing's bleeding.
Dude,
Okay.
next scene should have been him stitching himself up like in Roadhouse.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it would have been great. It would have been great. All of that, all so that Gizmo can crash his car next to the string. Bright light.
Yeah, while this thing is in a fountain. No one's doing anything. He's standing in a fountain. And they're all like, oh, what do we do? Dude, I don't know. Do something. Don't just stand there.
I would open up more lights.
Yeah, start opening windows.
Like,
Why does
because make
Gizmo
sure they're
have to
not
do it?
popping around everywhere. And Gizmo is going to basically kill himself when he does that. And how
Okay,
come-
exactly. And he almost dies. And Billy is being shot at by this fucking gremlin. He only has 6 shots. I think he would have been fine. Pull one of the latches, open a window, throw something at it, do anything. Billy does nothing.
Father, silent.
Sucks. He's the worst, dude.
Dude, he hasn't even said anything like, holy shit, what happened here? He walks into the store and he's just like,
Hey,
oh, here's your scarf.
Hey,
Everyone's so nonchalant about what the fuck's going on.
Is that because they're upstate New York? Like, is that the upstate New York, like,
No,
attitude?
Dan, his father's driving through town, doesn't say anything.
Nothing. There's like, the movie theater's on fire. He should have been like, oh, that's weird.
The death, yeah, he should, as he was driving, the explosion would have been seen from where he was.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. A
right?
gas explosion?
yeah,
The whole block should be on fire.
crazy.
Okay, but when
We're not
the
done yet.
gremlin is melting,
Yes.
again, they're all just standing there. I'm sitting there watching this movie and I'm like, walk
Step
over
on
to it and start beating it to death.
Yeah, make sure
something.
it's fucking dead.
Hit it with something. Like, make sure this thing
It's
is
an
dead.
alien ooze at this point.
Oh my god! And then they're just like, it falls out, and then, all right, peace, I'm out. What? Like, just peace, we're out of
Are
here.
you sure there's not more?
Yeah, are you sure this thing's dead? Like, get a blowtorch.
How do you know that they were all at Snow White?
You don't know anything. Like, there should be millions of these things. They go home, and then the news is like, oh, an unexplained riot. Riot, dude. What riot? They were monsters, and they're like, oh, it's unexplainable. What?
No.
No.
And then they're back at the house. The man who sells the Mogwai comes in nonchalantly, doesn't knock on the door.
He just appears.
He just appears.
It is David Bowie.
He's not real.
No.
And is he the witch? What is he? And he's so happy to see Gizmo. And he's like, oh, this is the man who sold me the Mogwai. And he throws the $200 on the
oh, that was great. He's like, yeah, sold.
He's like, yeah, sold. He says, in other words, like, he's like, some would call it different or something like that. He says something like funny choice of words or something.
Yeah.
Billy's like about to cry.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was so funny. That was like a scene where like a 12-year-old kid is getting his little like pet taken away from him. He's like, Dad, it's just like, you're a grown man.
Yeah. You just got in a fight with a alien.
You got a crossbow shot at you.
Yeah.
You destroyed a town. And then Billy was like, Oh yeah, but it's kind of cool. We're gonna have Christmas now. What? There is no Christmas. Christmas is canceled, okay? Christmas is fucking canceled. You almost destroyed a town. You're grounded, Billy.
Grounded.
We're gonna ground you now. We're gonna lock you in the
And
attic,
then
Billy.
dad's probably still thinking like, how do we make money off of this?
Yeah, how do we make money off this? Oh yeah, the bathroom butter.
Where's the grandson?
Oh, he probably grounded him. He
He
probably
probably killed him.
Oh my god, dude. It
The
was
father's like, I didn't mean it.
yeah, okay. You mean what? But they like
I
you
love
said,
it. This is where the message of this movie comes
okay,
through.
go for it. Yes.
And it's funny because in the movie we're saying how they love technology.
Yeah.
The Gremlins, they love fucking with it.
Yeah.
And then you got the message from the old man. Do we know the old man's name?
In the movie,
Yeah.
the actor is Kiye Luke, and the character is grandfather.
Okay, so
in parentheses, Mr. Wing. Now I don't ever remember him calling him that. Now the kid that plays grandson, John Louis, his character's name is this is what's so problematic about the 80s. His character's name is Chinese Boy.
Okay, so this is what Grandpa says. He's like, you did with Mogwai what your whole society has done with nature's gifts.
Yes, yes, yes.
You do not understand. You are not ready. So
Never.
basically, he's just like, this is a message. Like, we have destroyed nature's gifts because we abuse it. Humans are not ready.
I mean, he tells him that this is with great responsibility, and he's like,
yeah, it's like Uncle Ben in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I also love that at the end, he like mumbles something to Grandpa, Gizmo does, and Billy's like, you understand him? Yeah, that's his fucking pet.
Yeah.
That's his Mogwai. Of course he understands him.
I'm 100 years old.
We speak the same language.
Yeah. Oh, you understand him? It's just like, yeah, dummy.
But his answer was, to hear, one has only to listen.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is the thing about the 80s and the early 90s. This is exactly what they did with Splinter. Like, anytime they do this, it's just like horrible. It's like, to hear is only to listen. It's like, no, bro, just say, yeah, we speak the same language.
Yeah, and then Mogwai, because he won't call him Gizmo, like opens up and he goes, bye, Billy.
Yeah, that was some scary shit.
And I'm like, oh, so apparently he learns real quick how to speak this language.
Yeah. It's like, bye, Billy. And it's like, oh boy.
And at the end, you know, his token of appreciation is the smokeless fucking ashtray. This guy is still being a fucking salesman.
Yeah, he's an asshole. The dad's an asshole.
Never stopped closing.
Yeah, and then the grandfather walks out onto the street
and continues walking.
Yeah, so he walked from from Manhattan, Chinatown to Manhattan to upstate New York.
There's no car. Grandson's not waiting in the car. I thought we were going to see grandson driving.
Oh my god, I know, it would have been like Temple of Doom all over again.
And then the narrator comes back.
Ugh.
He's like, so if your washing machine blows up or your video recorder conks out, before you call the repairman, turn on all the lights. Because you never know. There might be gremlins. I'm like, I hate you. Man, that was a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Did we make fun of this movie? I guess we did. We make fun of all the things.
Do you know that 2 years before this movie in 1982, Phoebe Cates is in Fast Times at Ridgemont High with Judge Reinhold?
Yes.
It's so weird. Like, they thought, actually on IMDb, they said that they didn't think they should be wholesome enough to be in this do this part, I guess, because of Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Really? Because I thought she was great in this.
No, she was really good. In fact, I thought she should have probably been in more of the movie.
She was better. She was better than Billy.
Yeah.
Billy was fucking terrible.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, there is talks of Gremlins 3.
No, there's not.
Hollywood Reporter, the Hollywood Entertainment News, says Gremlins 3, Chris Columbus, who I guess was one of the writers or directors, updates on the sequel we're still waiting for. We're working out the rights issues. So next year's animated series, Gremlins Secrets of Mogwai, will mark the return of the beloved franchise after 30 years. So they're doing like an animated thing. But we've been hearing rumblings about a live-action Gremlins 3. They'd love to do it. he wrote a script, so there is an existing script, and they're working out the rights issues. Chris Columbus says, "I would still do it the same way. I would do it as tangible puppets and not CGI."
Yes.
Yes, thank
Fuck yes.
God. Oh my God.
That's awesome, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. So big news on that shit.
And I hope they keep the same storytelling. I mean, because I thought 2 was okay. I mean, for a sequel, it was a decent sequel. I mean, it's fucking comedy horror,
Yeah,
you know?
2 was fun. All right, so Gremlins 1.
All
Uh,
right,
we did tear
we're
into it a
here.
little bit, but I feel like
We
that's
tore it, but
because
we kind of tear into all the 80s stuff. I
I
mean,
think that's how we show our love.
we do. Because you gotta be able to laugh at like the cheesiness of this whole thing.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
like we talked about this with Billy in the Roadhouse episode, how like the movie doesn't necessarily have to be great.
No.
It's still fucking awesome because it was made in the 80s. So like some movies, if they came out now, you'd be like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
this?
exactly. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at what the movie is supposed to be, it's a perfect movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a comedy, horror, fantasy movie.
Yes.
That's what it is. Like, it was amazing storytelling. It was perfectly of the era. It wasn't so serious, but serious enough to like take homage to all the different types of filmmaking and storytelling that it came out great. Like, this could have been as bad as Killer Clowns.
It could have been super bad. And I think with Spielberg, with the storytelling, with the music, which was amazing.
The music was half the storytelling.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was half the suspense. And then ding 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 ding
Yeah.
ding 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 ding. You hear that, you know Gremlins.
It's
You're
like
like,
when you hear Mike Myers music, right? The Halloween
yes,
music, like you
yeah,
know what it is. And or the Jurassic Park theme song, or I feel like any movie with like a really good soundtrack, or even a Godfather theme, right? Like when you hear that song from the Godfather, it's like, "Da-na-na-na," you're like, it's the Godfather, like immediately,
yeah,
like there's no question. And actually,
yeah.
just off track, Francis Ford Coppola for some reason is deciding to do another cut of Godfather 3. It's like, bro, put it to rest. All
Why?
right,
What are you
Godfather
trying
3
to?
was a
What like you just
failure.
the dead horse was already in the bed. Like, what are you know?
Yeah, it's a
Get over it.
failure. Get over it. It was bad. It's okay. But anyway, I feel like that's the thing about 80s movies and early 90s, like the music, the score in the background is just are just so like timeless and and fun. To me, Gremlins passes the nostalgia test.
Oh
I had a
fuck yeah,
fun
man.
time watching it. I would watch it again. I think like even though the the, the people in it are crazy and just Billy's lackadaisical attitude to creating aliens like the whole time was bothersome, but it's just funny and it's well done and it's scary at times. I mean, they do a bit of everything. They really did a really good job of putting it together. I feel like
It was a great
Gremlins is
all-around movie
yeah,
for its genre,
yeah.
and like it definitely passes the test. Would I call this an A plus movie?
No,
No, but I would definitely say this is a B minus. As for a Christmas film, it fucking kills. It's yeah, I'll watch this during Christmas. I'll watch
oh
this any season. It's
yeah,
done right. It has the perfect amount of comedy,
mm-hmm,
perfect amount of pop culture reference
mm-hmm.
and nostalgia,
That's right.
and it
Yeah,
works out. And
yeah.
that's why I think it passes the test. We have
Wow.
come. My eyes are tired. We did a double header today, in a way, live episode. If you haven't seen it, we have archived it. Check out the IGTV.
Yes, and maybe by the time
Um,
this one comes out, we'll have quite a few.
yeah, and you should be coming to hang out with us and commenting on our live
Yeah.
15-minute tests.
Yeah, and make fun of us the way Steve Herrera did, and on Instagram, telling us we look like 80-year-old people trying to talk about technology. Thank you, Steve. Thanks for showing up.
Is that what he
Anyway,
said?
yeah,
Oh, when we're like, is this on?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, you know what, Steve? I couldn't see my face. All
yeah,
right.
yeah. And so, but everyone, thank you for listening. Have a great holiday. We have some more coming up, so we have some great things coming up for you as well as we come into the new year soon. And So stick around, subscribe to the podcast, share this with everyone you know, listen to it with people during the holiday. We're going to be releasing episodes nonstop, so definitely check it out. Join the mailing list. Yeah, comment. We'd love to know. Gremlins, what do you think as a Christmas movie?
If Die Hard is a conversation where they say it is, I disagree. I'm gonna put it out there.
I know.
You all can get mad.
Yeah. This is Christmas movie.
This is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a horror Christmas movie, but it's fucking Christmas.
Yeah. So, but everyone, thanks for listening. We'll see you at the next test. We got some more holiday fun coming.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter @NostalgiaTest and on Instagram @TheNostalgiaTest. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.